in Eugene. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, Oregon quarterback Dante Moore is so excited to kick off this season with Oregon. He surpassed an opportunity to be a high draft pick in the NFL to come back for one more ride after a disappointing college football playoff, showing last year he believes Oregon can take it all the way this season. And it will all ride on the Heisman hopes of Dante Moore and the Oregon Ducks. Reese?
Okay, Holly. So Oregon's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Let's talk about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Russell got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Russell. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They kick it away on fourth down. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. using his legs. It's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dante Moore. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly complete.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking left. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keelan Russell. Snagged out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Throwing Russell. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. That touch pass went nowhere, stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes! Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Here's Moore to throw. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Quick completion on the out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moore. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Throwing Moore. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They go play action with Russell. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Russell. Pressure coming. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Could be an alley. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Russell on play action. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Sweet cut there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And because of this guy's athleticism, you've got to find so many creative ways to let him carry the football. You'll see it on zone reads. You'll see it on draws, designed runs. How about the old-fashioned bootleg, though? Let him use his speed out on the perimeter to the right, and he sets off a huge gain.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They'll try to blast their way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Alabama! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic, running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. The throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Makes a grab past the marker. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dante Moore makes the catch. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It's complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And he's dragged down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make breaks into the open. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in a third and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up first and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Keelan Russell. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proving he can beat man.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and then he couldn't catch it.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer. Caught, and he's got room. Oh, what a move to get room. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Hill. Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Here's Moore to throw. Makes a catch. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to... Maybe some room here. Attack! Touchdown, Oregon! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Now here's Russell. Got his man. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Here's a heat. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They go play action with Russell. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Russell, under fire, just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Again, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. It's complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud.
Got a little grass. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Russell on play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the...
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Quickly complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Moore. Got his man. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Ducks will have it first and 10. Now on the move. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll go play action with Moore. Rush is on him. And his throw is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Moore. Finds his back in the middle. Runs through, man. He might have space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it.
Might have a chance. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keelan Russell. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Dante Moore. Quarterback can't pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore will throw. He wants to go deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
One more play to pad the stats. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. He's not afraid to go deep. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. This one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion.